Hello, Toastmasters. I hope you are well, and I hope you utilized the previous video that I did about how to access Pathways and Basecamp. What I'd like you to do on this video is just take you through the assessment, which will help you select the path that is most suited for you. Once again, you will log on to the toastmasters.org website using your username and password. As you can see, I've already done that, and it says Welcome Nikki up here at the top. The next step is to click on the Pathways button, and then within that, click on Take the Assessment. Once you've gone into Take the Assessment, the following screen will open up, and it's headed Take Assessment and choose your path. I would encourage you to read all of the material and to not actually just flick through it and go straight to the button. It will help you understand Pathways a little bit better, I think. You will see that it is recommended, as we know, to access Pathways through Basecamp. But you can also do Pathways using printed materials. To access it through Basecamp, the cost is $20 US. Remember that your first path is at no charge, so you will not have to pay for your first path that you select. The second path that you choose, you do, however, have to pay $20 for. Any path that you choose, there is a $25 fee to have it in printed materials if this is the route that you choose. Again, underneath each of these, I would encourage you to read a little bit of the background. For the purposes of this exercise, I'm not going to read that. I'm just going to show you how you would work through taking your assessment. Buttons are always grayed out when they're not ready to be clicked on. So you can see that Take Your Assessment is currently ready to be started. As I said, if you look at the Start button here, it's actually grayed out and you wouldn't be able to click on it yet. The reason for that is that you need to select a language that you'd like to do the assessment in. For most of us in District 74, I'm sure that we're going to choose English. Once you've chosen English, you can see that the Start button is now enabled. Click on that to start the assessment. The instructions are very clear. It tells you to select 3 topics that you are interested in learning about from the list below. There are 11 topics in this list, and I'm going to click on project planning, leadership, and negotiation. I've just selected those completely randomly because I've already chosen my path. If you've not clicked on 3, your next button will be disabled. You have to click on 3, so follow the instructions carefully. Once the 3 topics have been selected, you can click on the next button, and it will then ask you which of the following topics is most related to the personal and professional goals that brought you to Toastmasters. In my instance, let me choose leadership. In this case, you can only choose 1. You can't select 2 of them. So I've chosen leadership and I click on the next button. Up at the top here, it's telling me how far along I am in the assessment. So it currently says that it's 7% complete. Then this question now says, learning about which one of these 3 topics will help me significantly in my personal and or professional life. Well, I joined Toastmasters for leadership, but actually project planning will help me in my personal life. Let's click on the next button. We are now going to go through a series of statements which have a rating scale of strongly agree, disagree, unsure, agree, and strongly agree. I would recommend that you read through all of these statements quite carefully before making your selection. So here it asks me, while giving a speech, I get so nervous, I forget facts that I really know. If that is true, you would say that you strongly agree, or perhaps agree. As you can see, once again, it doesn't give you the option to select more than one. You can only select one option. You would then click on the next button. There are a series of questions that the assessment takes you through, and you would have to answer them all on the same scale. Ordinarily, I am very calm and relaxed in conversations. In this case, I strongly disagree. Click on the next button. I'm not going to go through every single one of the statements. What I will do is go to another screen where I've actually gone through towards the end of the statements. As you can see, up here at the top, it says that I am 92% complete. And the last question is, I am flexible enough to adapt to others' communication styles. In this case, I'm going to choose I'm unsure or uncertain about that one. I then click on the next button. It gives me the very last question. I show my understanding of others by reflecting their feelings back to them. I'm not so sure about that either. Once you've clicked on the last button, what will happen is it will select a number of potential paths for you. As I said to you, I've already selected dynamic leadership and persuasive influence. So these are actually grayed out because I already have access to those paths. The other one that it recommends is effective coaching. When you do your assessment for the very first time, these will not be grayed out, and you will be able to select any one of the 3 paths. But once you've selected one of them, you will not need to ever select that one again. You will always have access to those materials. So once you've decided which of the 3 you wanted to utilize, you would click on choose this path. Now, you may think to yourself, well, I'm not really interested in learning how to influence people, about dynamic leadership or effective coaching. I'm actually more interested in something else. So you could click on the additional paths, and down at the bottom here, all of the additional paths are there. You may think to yourself, I joined Toastmasters to learn how to become a better public speaker and do better presentations. And this is the skill that I want to develop, presentation mastery. It gives you an explanation of what the presentation mastery is about, and then gives you the opportunity to choose this path. If I had to choose this path, it's going to take me to an option to actually purchase the path. Because as you can see, I have already received my first free path. In fact, my second free path, because I'm a member of 2 clubs. And then it would take you through the process of filling in your personal details. You would have to select a payment method, perhaps fill in your credit card details and place an order. But let me stress once again, if this is your first path, you will not have to pay for it. It will automatically be added to your profile, which is something that we'll go through in the next video. If you're a member of 2 clubs, you will get 2 paths at no charge. If you choose a path and then later on you decide that it's not really the path that you want to do, so perhaps if you had chosen presentation mastery and then decided, actually, I really do want to do effective coaching, within 30 days, you can actually return the original path if you haven't started working on it yet and select another path. You would need to get in contact with World Headquarters to do that. If after 30 days you decide that the path you've selected isn't the right path for you, you will unfortunately then have to purchase a second path. And I would recommend that you do complete the initial path that you had selected as well. I do hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or if there's anything I can help you with, I'm happy to take them. I'm also happy to take any feedback you have about this video or about the previous video that I posted. My contact details are listed on the slide here. Please feel free to get in touch with me, either via WhatsApp or email is probably the best route to use to chat to me. I look forward to talking to you again, and I do hope that you have enjoyed this video. Happy Toastmastering, folks. Have a brilliant day.